Welcome to the first virtual GEMS Volunteer Appreciation Awards. Due to COVID-19, we were unable to have our regular luncheon, but we still wanted to honor our amazing volunteers. Of all the lessons of COVID-19, I hope we will remember this, that we all as humanity are interconnected and here to do good works and to shine brightly and share our gifts with the world around us. Volunteering gives us the space to be part of bigger things and to serve a variety of groups. Volunteers are so important to our community. Without each other, many of our programs would just not be able to function. Volunteers greatly extend the capacity of nonprofits and truly make a difference and touch the lives of many. And as you can see from our categories today, volunteering encompasses all of us. We have the Youth Volunteer of the Year, the Young Adult Volunteer of the Year, the Adult Volunteer of the Year, the Senior Volunteer of the Year, and celebrating a family that volunteers together. We're gonna have the International Volunteer of the Year, the National Service Volunteer of the Year, the Civic Organization of the Year, and the Business Organization of the Year. And finally, we will culminate with our Volunteer of the Year for GEMS 2020. I'd like to take a moment here to thank all of our sponsors, because if it were not for them, we wouldn't be bringing you this event today. Thank you to CAF Radio, to Arizona Public Service, to the City of Flagstaff, to the NAU College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, to Northern Arizona University, and a special thanks to our title sponsor, Findlay Toyota. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Rita Hartung Chang, who serves as the 16th president of Northern Arizona University. As a first-generation and non-traditional college graduate, Dr. Chang firmly believes in making higher education accessible and affordable for all students. Dr. Chang is mission-driven and strives for NAU to be service-driven in the community. Please welcome Dr. Rita Chang.
Greetings. The American writer Robert Ingersoll said, I quote, "We rise by lifting others." The GEMS Volunteer Appreciation Event is held every year to recognize the gems in our community, volunteers who shine and help make our community a better place to live. Volunteers have very important roles in many organizations, helping to extend their budgets and their mission. As a resident of Flagstaff, I see every day how NAU faculty, staff, and students enrich our city through service in areas that reflect their talents and passions. We are here to honor the top volunteers nominated by agencies and community members. These award winners give from their heart. Many have served our community for decades. They do not want accolades. They serve selflessly and for what they believe in. As president of NAU, I thank you for your service, passion, and for your work to lift others.
Thank you, Dr. Chang. Next is my great honor to introduce my mentor, Dr. Carol Mandino. She has been the director of the Civic Service Institute since its inception in 2009. And was previously the director of the Northern Arizona Regional Gerontology Institute at NAU. Carol is true blue NAU. She's received all 3 of her degrees from NAU, and it is at NAU where she met her husband of almost 40 years, and here in Flagstaff where they raised their 2 children. Please welcome Dr. Carol Mandino.
Thank you, Elizabeth. In January of 1980, I started my career after graduating from Northern Arizona University with my master's degree. Working 2 years in energy assistance, I was very lucky to become the director of the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. While our country was founded on volunteers, you've heard of barn raising, right? And all our government officials, they weren't paid, they were volunteers. The field of being a director of volunteers was fairly new. It was about 20 years old. At that time, I was unaware that it was a newer field, but I knew that I had found my career, the career that was meant for me. When I was young, I would go with my parents to visit my grandparents in an assisted living facility. And I loved going there, and I loved having all the grandparents, including my own, doting on me. I was amazed when I saw someone in a wheelchair and thought it was a fantastic way to get around. This gave me my love to work with older adults. While growing up, my mother was involved in a civic organization. Not only did I witness my mother giving back to the community, I got to help when she was the secretary of the organization and produced a monthly newsletter, folding, stuffing envelopes, and labeling them as well. I myself earned civic awards when I was in elementary school. Among the things I did for my 13th birthday was I celebrated by having an Earth Day event, that theme party that started with a 2-hour litter pickup. In high school, I joined a civic organization and volunteered for many projects in the community. This gave me my love of service. In 1987, I was again lucky and became the director of the Senior Companion Program at NAU. Later, I became the director of the NAU Gerontology Institute, and we grew with sponsoring the RSVP and foster grandparent programs. At about that same time, Northern Arizona University became the sponsor of an AmeriCorps program. And through time, our institutes merged, and I had the privilege of managing the Civic Service Institute. What my background and experience has taught me is that volunteers are amazing. Volunteers can help serve meals to the hungry, to help children and adults learn to read. They can provide homes for the homeless. They can help save the environment. They can help rescue those who are lost. They can help rescue animals. They can help the homebound see the world. They can help alleviate loneliness. They can help keep people safe. They can help evaluate nonprofit organizations. They can help provide rides to those who have no transportation. This list can go on and on. That's why I believe volunteers are our superheroes. They save one life at a time, but believe me, they save lives in some way, shape, or form. In Flagstaff and Northern Arizona, we are fortunate to have a large base of volunteers who do so much. Today, we are here to honor all of our volunteers, and we are honoring the best in our community. I am retiring at the end of this month, and while I have mixed emotions about retiring, one thing I do know is that it will give me time to volunteer. I can only hope to do as much as the great citizens we are celebrating today. Please celebrate these great citizens, organizations, and businesses with us today. They are all bright gems in our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carol. That was beautiful. And thank you once again to our title sponsor, Findlay Toyota. And now a word from Findlay Toyota. Youth and young adults really are our future. It is so true. And in all of my work with youth and young adults, I am so pleased that we have a youth category for these volunteer awards. And here to join me and present the Youth Volunteer Award is my friend Janet Dean from Arizona Public Service. Thank you so much for being here, Janet.
Elizabeth, thank you. It's a real honor to be here today and to help celebrate volunteerism in our community, and especially our youth volunteers.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. The winner of the GEMS 2020 Youth Volunteer of the Year is Lauren Pacheco. Lauren has been a driving force behind the growth and expansion of Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy's Environmental Coalition. She spearheaded the school's acceptance of a climate strike policy after attending and speaking at an FUSD board meeting, and then reached out to other schools to create a Flagstaff-wide youth environmental coalition. She is now a driving force behind FALA's creation of a climate action plan. She volunteers at all campus beautification events and speaks publicly on campus and in the community about the issues facing our city and beyond. Lauren is a true leader. Lauren was unable to join us today for the awards ceremony, but on behalf of APS, I'd like to recognize her and celebrate her accomplishments. Congratulations, Lauren, on being the Youth Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Lauren. And Janet, thank you so much for being here. On behalf of the Civic Service Institute, we really do appreciate you coming, and we appreciate APS and your sponsorship of GEMS 2020.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We really appreciate the opportunity.
And now we have a commercial from APS. Thank you so much to APS.
Community is the place we call home. It's the people we meet. It's the memories we make. From serving those in need to supporting the future growth and workforce of Arizona, community is people coming together to make things happen. It's more than just reliable, clean, affordable energy for us. Arizona is our home, and we're proud to support our communities.
All right, next section we get to celebrate is Young Adult Awards. And Dr. Rita Chang is going to be introducing these. She is unable to be with us in studio, but has graciously pre-recorded her message for us, and it is fantastic. So, Dr. Rita Chang.
In third place for the GEMS Young Adult category is Blake McIntosh. Blake has been a big brother since 2018 and an inspiring mentor to his little brother. Blake mentors his little through the school-based Mentoring Plus program. They attend many events held by Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Flagstaff. They also participate in Taekwondo tournaments, baseball games, and family gatherings. Congratulations to Blake McIntosh.
Congratulations, Blake. We are so thankful for your service.
In second place for GEMS Young Adult category is Laura Barton. Laura, an NAU senior, has served for more than a year in the Domestic Violence Children's Support Group of the Victim Witness Services. She has been an integral part of the team to support children 3 to 16 years old and has formed close relationships with older girls who look up to Laura as a role model. Laura has proven a strong and steady presence at each meeting. During her time as a volunteer, Laura discovered she had a rare disease that impacted her memory, speech, and other motor skills. Her recovery highlighted her strength, courage, and resilience, and was another way for her to model positive traits to the children she mentored. Congratulations, Laura.
Congratulations, Laura.
The first place winner in the GEMS Young Adult category is Clarice Linsky. Beginning in the 7th grade, Clarice was a student leader at Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy until her graduation this spring. She was president of the National Honor Society and organized this year's Empty Bowls benefit while being a leader in climate activism with the Environmental Coalition. She participated for 2 years with the Border Mexico experiential learning trip, building houses and providing groceries for 150 families. On campus, she organized food and winter clothing drives, and as a journalism student, she wrote about social issues. She also organized a box city for middle school students to experience homelessness for one night. Clarice embodies grace, humility, compassion, and an unyielding work ethic. She is a force for the common good. Congratulations to Clarice for being the GEMS Young Adult Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Clarice. And thank you, Dr. Chang and NAU for your sponsorship of GEMS 2020.
For those who want to apply cutting-edge technology to solve real-world problems. Those who will design and build a better tomorrow. Come to NAU. Here, you'll collaborate with mentors and peers as you engineer your success. Choose NAU.
And now introducing Dr. Karen Puglisi, Dean of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, to present the award for GEMS 2020 Adult Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Nominated by her colleague, Betsy Hamill, Janice Hennis is an incredibly giving and a tireless advocate, teacher, and participant in service learning. Every year, she takes students on a border trip where they learn firsthand the serious issues people south of the border face on a daily basis. Through these trips, Janice is changing both the lives of her students as well as the people they are working with in Mexico. Please accept our congratulations as the third place GEMS 2020 Adult Volunteer of the Year, Janice Hennis. In second place, nominated by Vicki Burton, Executive Director of the Shadows Foundation, is Davina Vergara Burton. Shadows Foundation is a nonprofit organization and functions on the support of volunteers. Getting a volunteer such as Davina Vergara Burton is rare. Over the past 5 years, she has volunteered countless hours and has contributed to the growth of the Shadows Foundation's marketing and social media awareness campaigns. She has a full-time job, yet makes time to assist the Shadows Foundation on a daily basis with the websites and day-to-day social media posting, events, and more. Shadows continues to fund patients battling life-threatening illnesses and provides additional programs to thank volunteers such as Davina. Congratulations to Davina for receiving the second place GEMS 2020 Adult Volunteer of the Year. The winner of the Adult Volunteer of the Year goes to Darren Bingham. Darren was nominated by Ginger Christensen, who wrote, "I'm consistently impressed with Darren's commitment to lead NAU in our community and sustainability initiatives, and inspired by his unyielding energy. Darren easily works across disciplines to connect his peers, city and county campaigns, and community members with genuine care and kindness. Darren not only effectively supports and organizes the many NAU undergraduates he mentors to engage the K-5 students at elementary schools, but he thoroughly inspires instructors and fellow students. His skill set has prepared him to undertake another project in Mojave County, working with the Ag Extension to have Killip Elementary School become the first FUSD 1 school to be certified to serve garden-grown food through their kitchen, worked on a STEM City of Flagstaff collaboration, and received an Arizona Community Foundation grant to create a K-12 garbology curriculum. His energy is eclectic and contagious. His commitment to form strong to form strong sustainability initiatives is impressive. Darren also volunteers his time with F Cubed as a board member and organizer for the Azulita Project with the Farmers Market, as a waste reduction and diversion specialist by organizing donations of hundreds of pounds of student move-out items to local nonprofits, and as a mentor at schools and at the Boys and Girls Club. Our congratulations goes to Darren Bingham for being named the GEMS 2020 Adult Volunteer of the Year.
Woo! And now we're going to take a short break. Again, we'd like to thank Findlay Toyota for their sponsorship of GEMS 2020. I'd like to thank Dr. Karen Puglisi and the NAU School of Social and Behavioral Sciences for their sponsorship of GEMS event this year. And presenting the awards for Senior Volunteer of the Year, once again, Dr. Karen Puglisi, College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and our esteemed Dean.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Karen.
Nominated by both Jean Steiner and Nadine Geisler, and in third place is Annette Falala. Annette has made an impact on this community for many years. She loves this community and is always cheerful and brightens up any room she walks in. Some of the places she volunteers are ambassador for the Flagstaff Chamber of Commerce, Theatricos Theater Company, Coconino Community College Art Department's Palette to Palette, High Country Humane Events, Mead and Cider Festival, Coconino County Fair and Rodeo, the Viola Awards, Blues and Brews Oktoberfest, and the KNAU Telethon. She is an advocate for Flagstaff and probably volunteers for many more. She loves our mountain town. I have not met another individual that volunteers and supports our town like Annette. Congratulations, Annette Fahala. Nominated by Brenda Silvius, Cheryl Ossenfort, also known as Sherry, is the runner-up for the Senior Volunteer of the Year. Sherry is a member of the Board of Directors for the Museum of Northern Arizona and has been a docent for 19 years. She has spent hours working with the collections and working fundraising events. Sherry has now twice stepped into the Executive Director position for the FSO as Interim Director. She did so to assist the Symphony financially and while searching for a long-term candidate. Sherry has encouraged a collaborative feeling with many of the important cultural institutions in our community, such as MNA, Lowell Observatory, Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra. Without Sherry's dedication and hard work, the symphony might not be viable today. Congratulations go to Sherry Ossenfort. Winning the GEMS 2020 Senior Volunteer of the Year is Rebecca Seeger. Nominated by Erin Cruz for her work with the Lance Division Memorial High Country Stand Down, Colonel Rebecca Becky Seeger, United States Air Force retired, is committed to ensuring veterans in Northern Arizona can lead a safe and healthy life with dignity. She embodies that commitment through her integral role in the Lance Davison and Memorial High Country Stand Down and Military Officers Association of America. Becky has volunteered with the Stand Down for 5 years. The Stand Down coordinates access to services such as VA healthcare, North Country Mobile Clinic, housing opportunities, and employment fair, free pet services like shots and food, free haircuts, and much more. Becky currently oversees the veteran registration process, including volunteer training and ensuring excellent customer service. She personally champions the effort to provide supply kits for homeless veterans that include socks, toiletries, first aid kits, and several days' worth of food. She solicits donations to cover the cost of the kits, shops for the items, and gathers a group of volunteers to assemble them. Since joining MOAA about 5 years ago, Becky has been one of the most active members. She participates in and spearheads a wide variety of events, such as visits with veteran residents of the Peaks and marching in the Armed Forces Day Parade. She writes and publishes the MOAA newsletter, which has received the highest level of recognition from the national organization. Due to her leadership, she was recently elected to the board of directors. Becky is also very engaged in the NAU community as a student, volunteer, and booster. She is a devoted supporter of NAU athletics, particularly the women's basketball team. She has tutored NAU students, is an active participant in the Veterans Success Center, and is pursuing her PhD in curriculum and instruction. Becky is a strong leader who does not seek the spotlight. She quietly does the work that needs to be done. However, she makes her voice heard when she feels strongly about an issue. It is an honor to nominate her for this well-deserved recognition. Congratulations go to Becky Seeger.
Wow, what amazing volunteers. And Karen, thank you so much for being here to present, and thank you on behalf of CSI to all of the department, the College of Social Behavioral Sciences, for your sponsorship of GEMS 2020.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
It's been great to see you.
Thank you.
And now we will take a break for a commercial. Thank you so much.
For those who think outside the lines, those who are eager to unleash their creative power, come to NAU. We can help you sharpen your skills and pursue your greatest ambitions so you can trade the beaten path for a life-defining one. Choose NAU. Choose you.
As a parent myself, it is really important to teach my family that we love to volunteer, and volunteerism is something we do. So I've learned that a family that volunteers together stays together, right? And here I would like to introduce Mayor Coral Evans to present the award for the 2020 GEMS Family Volunteer. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mayor.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Definitely to talk about some really wonderful volunteers that we have here in our community. Nominated by Devonna McLaughlin, Executive Director of Housing Solutions of Northern Arizona, is the Jimenez family, Kathy and Gary. Kathy has raised scholarship funds for disadvantaged girls and women to help them reach their full potential and to live their dreams through Seroptimus International of Arizona Peaks. She has prepared and served meals for women and their families at Hope Cottage, volunteers at the jail, helping women in need, and also serves at Sharon's Attic thrift store, collecting and sorting clothing and household supplies to benefit the homeless victims of domestic violence and child abuse. Kathy serves on the board of directors for Housing Solutions of Northern Arizona, helping to build opportunities for sustainable, affordable housing here in Northern Arizona. And Gary's volunteer service is with the Flagstaff Police Department, and that has included working at the Coconino County Fair, delivering sex offender notifications, assisting with firearm instructors and officers at the range, as well as coordinating the Citizens Police Academies by scheduling venues and instructors, generating and formatting the Citizens Police Academy workbooks and handouts, and processing applications. Together, Kathy and Jerry have both given time and money to many local causes, helping nonprofits meet the basic needs of individuals and families here in Flagstaff, people that Kathy and Gary refer to simply as their neighbors. Our congratulations goes to Kathy and Gary Jimenez as the 2020 GEMS Family Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Kathy. And once again, so thankful for the mayor and for the city of Flagstaff that we get to be here together to honor such wonderful neighbors and volunteers in our community. And now we'll take a commercial break.
We are very committed to eco-friendly practices here at the hotel, whether it be with recycling or water-based decisions. We're actually currently enrolled with a soap program in which we take the unused soap from the guest rooms and they're broken down and recycled so they can use the soap in countries all over the world. Every quarter we involve ourselves with sustainability programs and projects to help lessen our carbon footprint. And we're also currently involved in a local program. We're working with the school superintendent that'll actually help them rebuild an ADA equipment at one of the local elementary schools right here in Flagstaff.
First off, my family has been in Flagstaff since the 1950s. I'm a third generation Ulibarri. My family supports education by teaching and volunteering at local schools and attending NAU.
I volunteer to read to the fourth graders over at Knowles Elementary, and all of a sudden they become my best friends. And I would tell you, if you have that opportunity, take advantage of it. It will change your life. It will change your life forever.
My favorite thing about hockey is skating on the ice. Thanks for shopping locally. It supports the rink that my friends and I skate.
Our local community members don't just volunteer here at home, but we send people all over the place. And up next is our International Volunteer of the Year Award. And here to present that are our friends from CAF Radio, Steve Hosier and Vicki Burton. Thank you so much for joining us in studio today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
This is pretty exciting. The GEMS 2020 International Volunteer of the Year Award goes to Lena Colucci. Lena was nominated by Molly Brown, Executive Director of Northern Arizona Volunteer Medical Corps. When Lena learned that an earthquake had hit Haiti in 2010 and that hundreds of thousands of people needed her, she signed up to help and never turned back. Since 2010, Lena has been back to Haiti with Northern Arizona Volunteer Medical Corps repeatedly to provide surgical care to the thousands of severely injured who otherwise do not have access to life-saving surgery. She takes time off of work, she pays her own way, and she heads scrub cap first into the extremely challenging world of healthcare in Haiti. She volunteers her time, skill, and heart, and makes a real impact.
Lena was born in Strasbourg, France, and her love of travel, people, and the world around her has brought her to all corners of the earth. For the first time, Lena is an operating room nurse at Flagstaff Medical Center and serves the Flagstaff community with the same expert, efficient, exceptional care that she provides in Haiti. Her role as a nurse in the operating room goes so much deeper than administering medications and helping fix broken bones. She's an effective leader, a powerful educator, and a close friend to everyone she meets. Caring for those in need is not a job for Lena. It is who she is at her very core, a volunteer.
Congratulations, Lena, for being named as the 2020 GEMS International Volunteer of the Year.
Woo! Congratulations, Lena. And thank you so much to CAF Radio. We have this for you to take back to your office. We really do appreciate you all coming and for your sponsorship of all of our volunteers and for this event. Thank you so much.
You
This is beautiful.
very much. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next is the National Service Volunteer of the Year Award, and to present that is Dr. Rita Chang.
In third place for the GEMS National Service Volunteer of the Year is Stefan Nelson. Serving as the STEM education integrator VISTA with Killip Elementary School, Stefan has demonstrated a strong commitment to community efforts in leadership, fundraising, and event support. His service has helped more than 400 students, raised over $50,000, and expanded STEM education opportunities to students in poverty. Stefan serves on Killip's STEM Advisory Board, Garden Committee, and Technology Integration Committee. He actively recruits and trains volunteers for after-school clubs and has hosted multiple STEM events. As a mentor to Killip's Lego robotics team, Stefan supported the Apollo Next Giant Leap Student Challenge that took place at NAU and helped his team win the regional championship. Congratulations, Stefan.
Well done.
In second place for the GEMS National Service Volunteer of the Year is Crystal Rothy. Crystal has elevated the STEAM component of the Mountain Charter School tenfold, instilling social responsibility in students, staff, and families. She started by organizing and ordering science supplies and creating a checkout system. She created a database of community resources in areas of STEAM and heads the Mountain Charter School STEAM Strategic Planning Committee that put on its first STEAM night. She has helped organize events, research a community garden, and has led after-school clubs. Congratulations, Crystal.
Congratulations, Crystal. Well done. Thank you.
And the winner of the GEMS National Service Volunteer of the Year category is Jillian Goulet. Serving as the Community Resilience Vista with the City of Flagstaff Sustainability Program, Jillian has demonstrated a strong commitment to the community through efforts in fundraising and event support. Her service has helped more than 500 individuals in the community, raised over $3,500 in resources, and has expanded outreach to neighborhood organizations, after-school programs, schools, and community leaders to benefit those in poverty. Jillian has exemplified strong leadership through recruiting and managing volunteers for community events and presented to various committees on sustainability strategies. She has contributed over 50 of the climate action and adaptation plans, online climate plan dashboard items, and continues to offer support for the CAP. Congratulations to Jillian Goulet as the GEMS National Service Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Jillian. Thank you once again, Dr. Chang, for presenting those awards for us. And thank you so much for your sponsorship of GEMS 2020. We really do appreciate it. And we have another commercial.
For those who want to run to the challenge. Those who want to face the future on their terms. Come to NAU. Our Honors College recognizes potential and will help you realize yours. And you'll open up an entire world of possibility. Choose NAU. Choose you.
Our local community is so fortunate to have a whole lot of wonderful organizations that serve in a variety of capacities in our town. And I am pleased to welcome back to the podium Mayor Coral Evans, who is going to present the award for Civic Organization of the Year. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here to talk about the Community Emergency Response Team. We refer to them as CERT. The CERT team assists community members in a time of emergency or disaster. Following a major disaster, many first responders who provide fire and medical services may not be able to meet the demand for services. The number of victims, issues with communication, and road blockages can prevent people from accessing the emergency services that they have come to expect at a moment's notice through 911. The CERT volunteers, led by Coordinator John Paxton, provided critical assistance during the museum fire of 2019. CERT is comprised of volunteers with various skill sets that serve as the first point of contact for community members. These volunteers often set up and support a 24/7 a week operation during these times of need. During the museum fire, the CERT team operated the phone lines for the Emergency Operations Center. And while the event progressed and post-emergency work as well, the CERT team volunteers remained engaged until all threats were over, and this was for months after the event, such as the case of the museum fire. The CERT team is also capable of responding in the field during times of emergency events, as well as assisting local authorities and agencies with evacuating people from the community should the need arise. Congratulations to the CERT team for being named the 2020 GEMS Civic Organization of the Year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you again, Mayor Evans. Thank you, CERT. And thank you, City of Flagstaff, for being GEM's sponsor. Actually, I have for you, on behalf of the Civic Service Institute, thank you so much for being a sponsor, and a bouquet of gems for you, as well as a beautiful plaque for you all.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you and everything you all do.
You are a blessing. And now we have a short break and a short word from the city.
All right, here you go. How long do you think all this stuff's gonna last you?
Probably like 2 days.
Well, we really appreciate your support, especially in times like this.
These will be great for social distancing. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, Dapper Dre. I think I'm ready.
Our whole community takes a lot of people to run, and our local businesses supporting our nonprofits are no exception in this, and all part of the big picture. So we are honored to have a Business of the Year award category as well. And Joe Gray from Findlay Toyota is here, and it's my honor to welcome him to present the awards for the GEMS 2020 Business of the Year. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here today. Thank you. Nominated by Patricia Nelson, Peak Hospitality Solutions comes in second place as Business of the Year. Business owner Aaron McDonald orchestrates the Flagstaff Drink for a Cause, which is a rotating venue fundraiser meant to promote local business, nonprofits, and music. Aaron has been running DFAC since 2017. Each month, she supports a new nonprofit by securing donations for raffle prizes and books the locations and bands that are the venue. Money from the raffles plus the venue will donate 20% of the sales of that night to the cause. It's a fun social event to raise money for the local nonprofits. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the Flagstaff Leadership Program, and other nonprofits have benefited from Aaron's support and that of Peak Hospitality Solutions. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Peak Hospitality.
Nominated by Romy Sakan with Housing Solutions of Northern Arizona, the 2020 GEMS Business of the Year goes to Homeco Lumber and Hardware. Being a locally owned and family business, Homeco Lumber and Hardware is deeply connected to Flagstaff through donations of time, products, and services. Each year since 2011, Homeco hosts the annual Ladies' Night Out. Last year, this event raised $22,000 for Sharon Manor. Homeco also hosts an in-house community home improvement show in the spring, raising $8,000 for Boys and Girls Club of Flagstaff. Each third Saturday of the month, they host young builder events where they invite local children and families to create different crafts and projects. Homeco states their values are integrity, innovative, maturity, and judgment, people-focused, accountability, communication, and team leadership. Together, they spell impact and illustrate how Homeco proves to have a positive impact on customers, co-workers, team members, partners, and the community of Flagstaff. They believe in giving back to that community in more ways than one. Congratulations for being the GEMS 2020 Business of the Year. We are very fortunate to have businesses like Homeco in our community.
Thank you, Homeco. You really do have such a great impact in our community here. And now we will take a short break. Welcome back to the exciting culmination of our day. And once again, I'm going to introduce Joe Gray from Findlay Toyota to present the 2020 GEMS Volunteer of the Year Award. All right,
Thank you
Joe,
so much.
Who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be? $1 million question, huh? Well, drum roll, please. The 2020 GEMS Volunteer of the Year is Dennis Gill. Nominated by Aaron Dick, Dennis Gill is currently the longest-serving member of the Coconino County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Unit. As a search and rescue volunteer, Dennis has been involved in over 1,000 search and rescue missions and has impacted the lives of hundreds of people throughout northern Arizona. For many years, Dennis was the leader of the technical rescue team and was one of the first members of the Northern Arizona Interagency Helicopter Rescue Team responding to critical rescue incidents around the state. Dennis' knowledge of the terrain of Coconino County has been invaluable to the success of search and rescue operations. To this day, it is not uncommon to call on Dennis for information about past incidents in a particular location. Whenever there was a difficult mission, Dennis was frequently the go-to search and rescue volunteer to lead a team. Outside of mission response, Dennis was a several-term member of the Coconino County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Board of Directors. In that role, he helped to manage the unit's funds and develop and facilitate training to improve the capabilities of the team. The search and rescue team has a lot of equipment that requires maintenance, and Dennis' skills as a tradesman has been invaluable in upkeep of the facilities and equipment that search and rescue relies upon. It is with great admiration and respect that I submit this nomination for Dennis Gill as the Senior Volunteer of the Year. While he does not seek out the limelight, we are very lucky to have his service and his commitment that Dennis has provided. Huge congratulations to Dennis Gill, being named the 2020 GEMS Volunteer of the Year.
Congratulations, Dennis. Congratulations again, Dennis, for being named the Volunteer of the Year. And I want to thank Joe and thank Finley Toyota. We really do appreciate your sponsorship and allowing this event to happen for us to celebrate all of these wonderful volunteers. You get a gemstone bouquet and your very own plaque to take home. So thankful for Joe and Finley Toyota. Enjoy the short message from Finley. One final time, I would like to thank all of our sponsors for today, especially our title sponsor, Finley Toyota, for making this event possible. It was wonderful. And I'd like to welcome back to the stage Carol Mandino for some closing remarks. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Today we came together to appreciate the volunteers we have in our community. But we couldn't do this event without volunteers. And we want to thank those who helped bring this program to you today, including Rachel Wilkins, Joseph Zufall, and Lee Hafferkamp, and our MC, Elizabeth Sims. So Elizabeth, I brought some flowers for you today. So those are for you, the yellow and orange, because you're such a sunny person. I also want to thank Bill Ferris and the NAU TV crew for helping us today. Without their help, this event couldn't have gone virtual, so thank you very much. And thank our staff members who worked hard on this event. I want to thank Luz Munoz and especially our special events coordinator, Joy Edwards, as the CSI events, GEMS event planner.
I'm sorry.
Joy has done a remarkable job planning GEMS for the Civic Service Institute this year and last. Joy, thank you for producing such a great event. We couldn't have done it without you. Doing this event virtual shows the skill set that you have to be able to change a live event and go to a virtual event on the turn of a dime. You are imaginative, organized, and forward-thinking, and you have been the best event planner that the Civic Service Institute has ever had. Thank you again, and we wish you luck in your upcoming adventures as a recent graduate of Northern Arizona University.
Thank you.
And we also have these beautiful flowers to give you.
Well done, Joy. Thank you so much, Carol. Congratulations, Joy. Joy, thank you so much. This event was amazing and today was wonderful, and it could not have happened so much without Carol Mandino. And I would like to surprise her and share a special video that has been prepared for her.
Hello, I'm Karen Pugliese, the Dean of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences at NAU. GEMS is an event that celebrates volunteers and service. It is fitting that we use this occasion to recognize an outstanding leader who has devoted herself to a career of community service and mobilization of volunteers. Dr. Carol Mandino, Director of the Civic Service Institute, soon to be renamed the Center for Service and Volunteerism, is retiring at the end of the month after over 33 years of service to NAU. Carol is a mission-driven leader who has developed NAU's programming that supports volunteerism in support of community resilience throughout the state of Arizona. Carol's leadership and her extensive volunteer efforts have strengthened our communities and created an ethos of care. On behalf of NAU, I thank you, Carol, and your colleagues in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you, Carol. I wish you the best.
And I echo that, Carol. I wish you the best in this next season of adventure that you're stepping into. And thank you for all of the tireless efforts you've done to teach so many of us about volunteerism. From you, I learned that there are no small roles, and volunteers are absolutely vital to our community. Thank you for teaching me that the little things are the big things, from stuffing envelopes and making phone calls to support our local nonprofits to jumping out of helicopters like our Volunteer of the Year. Everything matters, and we all matter. So go and volunteer well and share your gifts with the community around you. Thank you for joining us today.